The past 10 days have been a tumultuous period for America, a relentless churn of events both exhilarating and concerning. From the devastating power of Mother Nature to the tremors of political and legal battles, the nation finds itself navigating a complex and uncertain landscape. This essay aims to provide a concise overview of the most significant events that have unfolded, offering insights into their potential ramifications. First, we look to the skies, where storms have raged across the heartland, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Then we turn our attention to Washington, D.C., where political battles over trade and tariffs have sent shockwaves through the stock market. And finally, we delve into the courtrooms where high-profile trials continue to grip the nation's attention. These events, though seemingly disparate, are threads in the intricate tapestry of American life. They serve as a potent reminder of the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. As we move forward, it is imperative that we stay informed, engage in thoughtful dialogue, and work together to build a brighter future. The first story tonight: the American heartland has been ravaged by a series of devastating tornadoes and floods over the past week and a half, leaving a trail of destruction and despair in their wake. The National Weather Service has described it as one of the most active periods of severe weather in recent memory. At least 21 people have been confirmed dead, with that number expected to rise as rescue workers continue to search for the missing. The states hardest hit include Arkansas, Mississippi, Ohio, and Tennessee, where historic levels of flooding have forced thousands to evacuate their homes. The Ohio River in particular has swelled to dangerous heights, cresting at over 60 feet in Cincinnati, its highest level in over a quarter of a century. This comes after a train derailment in Arkansas, caused by floodwaters eroding a railway embankment. The situation remains critical in Kentucky, where 2 people have lost their lives and hundreds have been displaced. Adding to the hardship, freezing temperatures are expected to descend upon the region in the coming days, hampering recovery efforts and exacerbating the suffering of those who have lost their homes and livelihoods. Shifting our attention to the political arena, President Trump has once again sent shockwaves through the nation and indeed the global economy with his aggressive trade policies. Trump announced this week that he intends to slap a further 50% tariff on Chinese goods, escalating the ongoing trade war between the world's 2 largest economies. This news sent the stock market tumbling, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average experiencing its sharpest decline in months. The move has drawn sharp criticism from both sides of the aisle, with even some of Trump's Republican allies expressing concern about the potential fallout. Senator Ted Cruz of Texas, a staunch conservative, warned that the tariffs could harm American businesses and consumers, while Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky echoed these concerns, emphasizing the risks to the already fragile agricultural sector. Adding to the controversy, a group of businesses and conservative lawyers are preparing a legal challenge to the tariffs, arguing that they exceed the president's authority. The Trump administration, however, remains defiant, arguing that the tariffs are necessary to protect American jobs and intellectual property. This high-stakes game of economic chicken shows no signs of abating, leaving many to wonder, who will blink first? In Idaho, the long-awaited trial of Lori Vallow Daybell, the so-called cult mom accused of murdering her 2 children, is finally underway. Opening statements began this week, captivating the nation and reigniting the debate surrounding this deeply disturbing case. Daybell, along with her husband Chad Daybell, faces multiple charges, including first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Prosecutors allege that the couple, driven by their doomsday beliefs, conspired to kill Daybell's 2 children, Tylee Ryan, 16, and J.J. Vallow, 7, in September 2019. The children's bodies were found buried on Chad Daybell's property in June 2020. The case has garnered intense media scrutiny since the children's disappearance, with many questioning how such a horrific crime could have occurred. The trial is expected to last several weeks, with prosecutors planning to call dozens of witnesses to the stand. The defense, meanwhile, is expected to argue that Daybell is not guilty by reason of insanity. The outcome of this trial will have lasting implications, not only for the families involved, but also for the ongoing conversation about religious extremism and its potential for violence. Section 5. Social and Cultural Crosscurrents. Beyond the realm of politics and law, American society continues to grapple with a range of social and cultural issues. One such issue is the ongoing debate over censorship and freedom of expression, as evidenced by the American Library Association's recently released list of the most challenged books of 2024. Topping the list is George M. Johnson's acclaimed memoir, All Boys Aren't Blue, a coming-of-age story about a young black queer boy. The book has been targeted by conservative groups across the country who object to its LGBTQ+ themes and frank discussions of sexuality. The ALA report highlights a disturbing trend of censorship in libraries and schools, with books by and about people of color and LGBTQ+ individuals disproportionately targeted. This trend raises serious concerns about intellectual freedom and the right to access diverse perspectives. In Los Angeles, a terrifying incident unfolded when a minivan plowed into a crowd of pedestrians, injuring several people, including children. The driver, whose motives remain unclear, was apprehended at the scene. The incident has sparked renewed calls for pedestrian safety measures in urban areas. Section 6. The energy frontier expands. In a move that has reignited the debate over American energy policy, the Department of the Interior announced a new lease sale for oil and gas drilling in the Gulf of Mexico. The sale, scheduled for 2025, will offer millions of acres for energy exploration and production. The Biden administration has faced criticism from environmental groups, who argue that the move contradicts the president's pledges to address climate change. Interior Secretary Deb Haaland defended the decision, stating that it strikes a balance between energy security and environmental responsibility. The lease sale is expected to generate billions of dollars in revenue for the federal government and create thousands of jobs. However, it has also drawn legal challenges from environmental groups who argue that it violates federal environmental laws. The outcome of these legal battles will have significant implications for the future of American energy policy. Section 7. A time for reflection. As we take stock of these tumultuous times, it is important to remember that amidst the chaos and uncertainty, there are also stories of resilience, hope, and compassion. Across the nation, communities are coming together to support those affected by natural disasters, to fight for social justice, and to hold their leaders accountable. The events of the past 10 days serve as a potent reminder of the interconnectedness of our world and the importance of civic engagement. Whether it be through volunteering our time, donating to worthy causes, or simply staying informed about the issues that matter most, each of us has a role to play in shaping a brighter future. Section 8. Staying informed in turbulent times. In an era of information overload, it can be difficult to separate fact from fiction and to stay abreast of the ever-changing news cycle. However, it is more important than ever to be discerning consumers of information and to seek out reliable sources. Reputable news organizations, both traditional and online, play a vital role in holding those in power accountable and informing the public. In addition to seeking out reliable news sources, it is important to be wary of misinformation and disinformation, which can spread rapidly through social media and other online platforms. By being critical thinkers and verifying information before sharing it, we can help to prevent the spread of harmful falsehoods. Section 9. Conclusion. Navigating the days ahead. The past 10 days have been a microcosm of the challenges and opportunities facing America in the 21st century. From natural disasters to political turmoil, from social unrest to technological advancements, the nation is at a crossroads. The path forward will require strong leadership, informed citizenry, and a willingness to engage in thoughtful dialogue and compromise. By embracing these principles, we can navigate the uncertain waters ahead and build a more just, equitable, and sustainable future for all Americans. And that is the last story on the show tonight. Be sure to tune in next week. Good night.